When I first saw this $5,000 designer dress, I thought, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Unfortunately, I'm not in a place to buy the dress. However, I am in a place to make the dress. I mean, my eyes bugged out of my head when I first saw this dress. The orange color, the gold butterflies. Immediately I have to make this. Immediately I have to make this. But at the same time, I also thought, I'm probably gonna be uncomfortable wearing this dress because it shows a lot of skin. Like up here, like around here. And I'm just not used to that. Honestly, to be real, sometimes I just don't like my bony rib cage out there for everyone to see, if I'm being completely honest. Also, how do people sit down with the butterfly? Like, are there butterflies on the bum of this dress? How are we sitting down in this dress? And thirdly, I'm gonna have to wear a strapless bra that I don't love, but I'm gonna have to do it. So those are some things. Before I even started making this dress, finding the right materials was actually the hardest part. Because clearly, this dress is nothing without those gold butterflies. I mean, without the gold butterflies is the stunner piece here. And I really thought that it was gonna be impossible to find gold butterflies like that. Turns out, not that impossible. Turns out, just Googling gold butterfly appliques will give you a few options. Now, trying to guess at how many I need to buy, that was actually the hard part. 60, 100, 1,000? I settled on 80. I think I could have used a few more. So there's that. Thought I hit the jackpot finding this fabric at Joann Fabrics. Obviously, I needed an orange color fabric to make this dress, so I go to Joann's. They're having their closeout sale, and I find this fabric, and obviously, I think I hit the jackpot. But can you see why I didn't hit the jackpot with this fabric? It's a little too shiny, it's not the right orange. Can you see why this fabric might not work for multiple reasons? So I found a more tangerine color orange. This fabric's from Minerva. Now you tell me which one you would have used. I went with the lighter color tangerine, if you couldn't already tell. Finding the right color didn't just stop with finding the right color fabric. Oh no. There is no tangerine color zipper out there to be found anywhere. Trust me, I've looked. My options were either yellow or orange. That's it. There was no in between. And neither of them looked great on this fabric. I mean, this is an invisible zipper. I mean, this is an invisible zipper, but also this feels like a lose-lose situation to me. I mean, you tell me which one you would have chose. Besides the butterflies, the other easiest thing I found was the pattern to make this dress. I used a Simplicity pattern that has a square neck and an A-line shaped dress, and I think it actually fit the silhouette of this $5,000 dress perfectly. Like, perfectly. This was also my first time sewing a square neck. I think it went well. The one thing I did do different than what the pattern called for was the pattern only called for lining on the bodice. I did the lining all the way down the skirt. And I shortened the skirt a little bit. Did I hand sew each butterfly to this dress? You bet your bottom dollar I did. Did I plan out where each butterfly was going to be hand sewn to the dress? Yeah, pretty much I did that too. Definitely wanted a lot of butterflies around the straps, so I spent a lot of time sewing butterflies on the straps. Honestly, sewing the butterflies on only took like 2 hours. I really thought it was gonna take like all weekend, but it didn't take that long at all, so. But honestly, like, did not take any time at all. Time flew by, if you know what I mean. This dress definitely turned out way better than I ever imagined. The first time I wore this dress was on Easter Sunday, so yes, I was conservative by wearing a white blouse underneath, but no less the impact. I mean, I wore it to a lunch at my mom's women's city club, and this man came up to me in a very uncreepy way. This man came up to me and he said, "Wow, I love your dress. You're the total package." He didn't even know that I made it. Also, when you buy a butterfly dress, you have to buy butterfly shoes to go with it. What did I learn making this dress? I learned that color matters. I can sew a square neck. I learned that hand sewing 80 butterflies actually doesn't take that long. And I learned that I can make something stunning and feel stunning wearing it.